Hello everyone, we're Group 24, and our project is in collaboration with Microsoft, and it's called Babylon Studio, and it's about exploring the Babylon.Js GPU shader and its API capabilities. Now we can have a look at how our application works. When we first come onto the application, you see this screen, where the user will be able to choose one of the objects to start off their project. These objects can be simple shapes such as cubes, spheres, or even cylinders. After placing something down, you can explore within the Babylon.Js viewport using your WASD keys and Q and E keys to move up and down. We even allow users to be able to change attributes about the object, such as making them smaller or bigger. This is to keep in line with our goal of allowing as much personalization within the app as possible. This personalization is actually what led us to make the materials category, where users can change attributes about the object, such as its color, using this color picker. Alternatively, they can also change the color of the object using our text to hex AI model, which will get the hex color code for any color that the users type in. Apart from color, we also allow users to change the metallicness of an object to make it reflect more light, and the roughness of an object to make it completely dull. Additionally, to introduce our users to post-processing effects, we've introduced the glow property, which adds a layer of luminescence to the object after it's been rendered. Apart from just having colors as post-processing effects for the glow property, we also allow images so that these images wrap around the object and then they act as the texture which is being illuminated once these post-processing effects are put into use. One of the most important concepts in 3D programming is lighting, which is why we created the light block and the light category, which allows users to have access to two types of lights, point lights and directional lights. We allow users to have full control about where to use these lights and how to place them. On top of that, they can even use our AI model to learn about the differences and the intricacies of each one of these 2 points of lights so that they're more experienced about this moving forward. Similarly to the lights, we give users the option to be able to change sky parameters or change how the scene looks overall, since this is a very common feature in most 3D applications. This includes being able to change the haze, the brightness, and even the time of day for the scene. On top of that, we even allow users to be able to run a day and night cycle, which goes from a full night to a full day over and over again to create more dynamic scenes, which are more interesting and interactive to play with than static models. Similarly to lights, an important 3D programming concept that young developers usually don't have a lot of experience with and don't really understand since it's quite convoluted is hierarchies, so parent and child objects. We have a hierarchies block that allows users to play around with this concept on our site and see the results of it in the Babylon.Js viewport. To view this feature in even more depth, our users can take advantage of the JS code function that we've created on the site, which shows the exact code that's being written down to make the changes happen in the site. For example, here we can see that there's a child object and a parent object for the name Bob. Animations are also a cornerstone of 3D programming, which is why we offer users the chance to be able to experiment with these animations, change the number of times animations are completed, and be able to play around with what is being animated. Additionally, they can see the code for the animations to gain an in-depth understanding of what is happening. If users are unclear on any one of the concepts that we offer on our site or how to use our site, they can use our AI tool, which will tell users exactly how to make an object glow, for example, or perform any actions on an object. It'll also help them be able to resolve any queries and doubts about foundational concepts of 3D programming by using simple analogies that young developers can understand. Using the tools and features that we offer on our site, young developers can explore a myriad of 3D developmental topics. Users can make basic projects to really solidify their understanding or try their hand at something much more complicated.